morning and welcome to Winnipeg. Another bright sunshiny day today. Alright, I haven't checked the weather so we can't talk about that. I haven't checked the sunrise so we can't talk about that. But all I can tell you is I've given up on the birdhouse. I did check over the past week. I have now checked approximately 4 times accurately. No birds have been coming and going. So I don't know what's going on in there. I sometimes think that, is it possible that the sparrow got itself inside there and then put on weight and couldn't get out? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to find when I open that birdhouse. But I'm just going to wait. I'm not in a big rush for it. I do know I have to go in the backyard and add seeds to the bird feeder. Yeah, one side is almost gone. The side that doesn't have the black oil seeds in it, black oil sunflower seeds that people were saying were going to be so sought after by my birds. Well, that one goes down only about a third as fast as the others do. I don't know why. I guess Winnipeg birds just don't know what's good for them. Okay, now, step 39. If we come to the last part of it here, and we're pretty much there, we have 4 pieces of photo etch to put down. Something that looks like it has to be bent, and then there's a ladder, and then there's 2 pieces of railing. Now, before we get to this last step, I'm noticing that it wants us to drop these pieces down. Like, for instance, this mast goes into a hole, a hole right here, and it wants us to do that now. But I'm thinking that it's probably smarter to put the railing on first and then drop these other pieces in afterwards. Otherwise, what I'm afraid is going to happen is when I'm twisting the thing around trying to get the railing on, I'm going to be breaking stuff off like this. This is just all one module now. It just has to be glued down into place. And now thinking about it now, I do think a viewer, or at least one viewer, had mentioned to that effect that when we get to the end here, it would be best to do the railings first. So I can't take 100% credit for this good idea. It's sort of experience is really valuable when it comes to these big kits. And as I've often said, I'm just bumbling through it and having fun. So I do appreciate the constructive criticism. Constructive criticism, not like... Now, I got a little bit snarky, and I cut out what I just said. I've been doing that a lot lately. Sorry about that. I don't want to hear that. Okay. When we turn the page here, step 40, it looks like step 40 is... It's a big page, but there's not a whole lot left to do there. Did I almost break something here? Okay. Okay, like I say, bumbling through it. Let's recompose here and maybe find some of our photo etch parts. We'll get the 4 pieces and try and bend the railing into shape. It looks like the small one's going to be a little easier than the round one. The big one here at the top, the G19, it's got some curves, and obviously it's going to take a little bit of manipulating. Okay, let's get at it. Okay, I went ahead and I got our 4 pieces, and this one here scares me. It's so big, it wouldn't even fit in the tuna fish tin here. All right. So let me just sort of get the angle right here. we have to make it round right here. Like, you can see what it's supposed to go around here. It's supposed to go all around this what would be a platform. So it looks like it butts up against right here and then goes all around the outside edge of this. Okay, so we need a couple of really sharp bends. Okay, so that it bends. Make sure I get the angle just right here. I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, this end out here will go right here where it kind of raises up. I think I'll get maybe one of my steel dowels and get the round. Yeah, I think it'd probably be best to try and bend that round radius first. And it is really fragile. I'm sure that the railings on this Iowa build are more delicate than the railings that were on the Bismarck. Either that or I'm more clumsy than I was 4.5 years ago. Maybe a little bit of both. Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to get a dowel here and see if I can get a gentle radius there. It's not going to have to be very sharp. Or, well, I guess it's going to be almost 90 degrees, but it's not going to be a very big radius. And we're going to want to lay it down like this and then just roll right there. Okay, let me get a dowel. I'll reposition too. Get off this white background here, and maybe stuff will show up a little bit better. Okay, it looks as though the bend has to go from about here. Although it's a little bit straight there, looking straight down on this. So the bend is going to be probably more from here to about here. Then it looks like it goes straight until we get to this stanchion, which would be right here. And then it appears that it takes a little bit of a jog and then goes back. I think that in all likelihood this stanchion here represents this corner right here. Then we go in and up. Now I know right now the railing goes down. Well, that's because I have to have it laying this way to get the radius up this way, if you know what I mean. Okay, I don't want to have to do too much straightening here. I've got another piece of this, the same as this. It's whoops, I just cut it off, and I just wanted to have the height the same. That'll make it a little easier. Okay, so I don't want to do the bend right at the very end. I just want to have it near the end, like that. Okay, let's just go part way in here. Well, that's maybe too sharp. Okay, that's probably too sharp. I wonder if I can straighten that out somehow. Well, first of all, let's just lay it on there and see what we got. Might be better if I pick it up with the tweezers rather than try to do it with my hands here. Oops. You know, it could be that this is going to be another one of those things that is just not going to be on my ship. I'm going to do my best, folks, but okay, yeah, I bent it just a little bit too sharp right there. Let's see if I can lay this down. And what could I use to flatten it out here just a little bit? Let's try it out. Ooh. Okay, very gently, very gently. Okay, we pretty much got it. Okay, where is that next bend going to be then? Would it be on your side of this stanchion or my side of this stanchion? It looks like more or less right at the stanchion. That's where it should bend out, and then yeah. Maybe could I use Andy's photo etch bender? Although mind you, it's not a 90-degree bend. It looks like yeah, it looks like more like a 45-degree bend. Let me get Andy's photo etch bender here. All right. Now, where do we want to? How do we want this to go through? Okay, now the bend. Don't want to do the bend in the wrong direction either. Okay, if this is going to go like this, the bend has to go out like this. That would mean we should have it like poke it through. I'm going to have to push stop here. Okay, I think I got it figured out which way I have to bend it. So we go back like this. Maybe I should be coming in from the other side. So I have to be able to pass it right through in between this pin, and this pin. So I don't want to accidentally bend it the wrong way either. I'm trying so hard not to grab onto this because... Okay, let's go like this. Okay, let go of it very gently. Now we pull it up right there. So we have to bend it right there, just about 45 degrees. Now that's not going to be easy. Maybe I should have the macro lens on. Okay, I think that's pretty close. Now how am I going to lift that up? Is this going to be about the right, maybe something a little bit different here. Going very carefully and just hook in and bend it up. About 45 degrees. Maybe if I was to come in this way at it. We're getting it there. I'm getting yellow paint off onto the railing. Okay, let's just take this off now. Very carefully take it out. And see if we got it the right way or did we do it the wrong way. I don't think we did it the wrong way. Okay, now this will go over like this. And then this will go in here like this. Okay, now it looks like we go about 1 millimeter and we bend it 45 degrees back the other way. I think you should be able to see that idea should work. Okay, now, so I want to bend it, have it go straight for a millimeter and then go back this way again. Where are those new photo etch pliers I got? Are they maybe small enough? They might be just about the right. Too bad they're tapered. You know, it's too bad it's tapered. Okay. Now if I get it so that it's 90 degrees here, right at the very end, like that. Okay. I am still recording, aren't I? Yeah. Okay, now we want to go like this. Okay, I think we got our little jog going on now. Problem is, it doesn't look straight. It looks like it's... yeah, it kind of needs to go bend it down like this. I suppose there are some of you guys that are really good at this. Now, when we get over here, so let me angle this a little bit better. I'm having difficulty picking this up. Okay, here we go again. When we, you know what, maybe I'm at too shallow of an angle. Maybe I should be coming in and look, we should be looking more straight down on it. So this goes like this. Now I had thought that the next bend would have been right at the stanchion, but obviously that's not where it goes. No, that's not where it goes. It goes before we get to the stanchion. Oh my goodness. Okay, I do not very often give out advice, and it could be that somebody in an earlier episode in my build made this suggestion. But here's what I would do now, knowing now what I know. Before I glued this piece right here that I'm touching right now, this platform piece into place, I should have taken and cut this piece of photo etch railing and put everything down on a piece of styrofoam, and then using pins, put the pins where the bends have to go, and then bend the railing into shape. You know, it would have been a little bit easier. It's just an idea. It could be that maybe it's a bad idea, but okay. So obviously we have to make our bend. It looks like approximately. Let me get this down on there. Okay, it looks like about 3 millimeters to the left of that stanchion. Not the stanchion I'm holding on to, but the other one. Okay, maybe what I should be doing is taking my felt marker and making a little mark right where the tweezer is holding right now, because that's where pretty much where the bend has to be, and it's not a sharp bend. It's a rounded bend. Let me carefully move this. You can see, you know, it's rounded. It's not 90 degrees or 45 degrees or anything like that. Let's maybe get my smallest dowel and just push it down in the right place, which, if I remember, is probably right here. Okay, now you know the old saying, measure twice, bend once. Just want to make good and sure that in my mind I know where I'm going to lay this little dowel and make the bend. And it appears to me that it is approximately 1/3 or two-thirds of the way along. Okay, I don't know why I'm pointing it out to you, because I just have to remember it. But okay, so it goes from two-thirds of the way from this post to this post. In other words, right about right there. I think that should just about do it. Okay, and all we're going to do is we're just going to lay it right here. And it doesn't bend. Okay, now we'll press it down here. Does that look like it's going to do it? Okay, let's just see what we got. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, now it looks like we sort of come in the other direction, right at this stanchion right here. Okay, so if we come at the other direction, just pick it up right here like this. Okay. Now, ooh, it moved on me. It almost looks like it's getting askew. Okay, now we're going to want to come back. Like, I guess it is supposed to go a bit askew because it's starting to make a bit of a rise there. Okay, now we're going to go back a little bit. Now, did we do it right? No. Well, it kind of did. It's not. Straighten it out a bit there. And then, where is it supposed to bend then? Okay, I think I've more or less got it now. Okay, so then at that other stanchion, it goes the other direction. Looks like the bend is just after the other stanchion. Okay, so if it's after the other stanchion, oops. Which is about here. Okay. Oh my. I think I better press stop here. Okay, now here's what I'm thinking. If I fasten the very ends in place, okay, like let's, oh yeah. Okay, let's say I fasten this post right here into place right here, and then I fasten the other end in place. I know I got the ends right. Then I can sort of push the rest of the stuff kind of around and glue it down. I don't think I've ever done anything exactly like that before, but I have thought about it before, wondering if that wouldn't be a good idea. And this is probably not going to want to go now because I've got the camera on, but we pretty much got it here. Okay, let's see if I can turn this. Maybe I should have this on the rotator so I can spin it around. But let's say I was to fasten this one right here. Okay, and then we fasten this one right down where it's supposed to go at the other end. Obviously, I'm going to have to scrunch it together just a little bit more. Yeah, then I think I might be able to manipulate the rest of them so that they're believable, even though they might not be exactly in the right place. I'm going to think about that for a while. What do we got here? It is 12:34, and I wanted to go to the pharmacy, or the drugstore, or the chemist, or whatever you happen to call it where you are, and drop off a prescription, and I'd kind of like to do it on my bike. I will not video it. Don't worry, I'm not going to bore you with another trip to the drugstore. But I think now is the time to do that. I've been working at this for I don't have a headache or anything like that, and I'm still having a good time. So probably be back in maybe an hour or two. Well, I'm back. And that was a lot more fun than what I'm doing right now. I just can't seem to have a good time doing this. It's interesting. There's no question about it. It is interesting. I'm being very careful not to touch the I don't think I'm going to need to stick this thing down anymore. I'm not holding it too carefully here. I can feel these things brushing against my skin here, so that's not a good thing. If I hold it like this, I can do it better. Yeah, I think I got most of it. Okay, now let's put this in a safe place. I don't know if this is it or not, but maybe I'll set it on top of my clock later, because we're not going to be needing it for a while. Not until it's time to put it right there. Alright, now see, I think if I can twist this thing around, and it'll be a little easier to work with. That should hold in place. Maybe I'll put it up on the rotator. That might actually even be better. Now I pretty much got it bent in the right shape, so I got to be careful here how I grab it, because I wonder, would this be a case of where putting a piece of masking tape along the edge of the platform might be a good idea? Okay, yeah, if I had a piece of masking tape like right here, then I know it won't fall off that way. Now you can see here that this front part I've got just about right. Okay, that is just about right. It could go maybe a smidgen back. Put my finger here so I don't knock the whole thing off. Just a little bit. Well, I made it worse, didn't I? Oh my. Okay, now that should help. That should help. Now, my thinking is pretty much the same as what I've been thinking all along. Try and get it right here. What's happened on the other end there? It looks like it's okay. The whole thing should be shorter this way, and it doesn't take very much force. I think that you know what? Monday, Wednesday, and Friday I get a coffee visitor, and it's getting late here, and I'm getting frustrated. I think I better just call it quits here for a little bit. So thanks for watching, everybody, and all being well, we're gonna see you tomorrow.